I'm the old-timey movie reviewer, and today's movie is Sound of Horror. Ah! No, not that. Oof. It's an old black and white movie about people digging for treasure, but I'm not sure what the Sound of Horror is supposed to be in reference to. It could be the 34-second long shot of a cave with music playing, which has no movement in the shot or any camera movement, just music going on and on. That's horror. That's true movie horror. Or it could be the scenes in which they play the radio and dance. Okay. It's the invisible monster they unknowingly release from a cave, who attacks them and screams a lot, which is the only way they know it's around. So technically the Sound of Horror is a good thing. No, not the movie, the sound that the monster makes. So here it is, the movie Sound of Horror. So the characters are a bunch of war vets who have been looking for a treasure for over 15 years. Why? So they can settle down and be wealthy. But then that begs the question of how they've been earning a living over the years as they've been looking for treasure. Are they racking up a lot of debt on their credit cards? Are they living off student loans? Did they get grant money? I mean, it's weird. They're even well off enough that they can afford to hire a maid. So the movie includes a bunch of old army buddies, an archaeologist, a driver, 2 girls, and their superstitious maid.
Seems like a stone egg to me.
Lyle, look what we just found in the cave.
Look out, it could be cursed.
Do you think there could be some ancient recipe for making a stew out of this?
I prefer ancient eggs, sunny side up, with a T-Rex T-bone steak, and a nice glass of crude oil.
I'll have nothing to do with anything in that cave.
As far as I'm concerned, if the devil comes out of that cave, we'll invite him to the house.
Why, thanks for the invitation. No, not you, Geezer Jorge. Go away. Okay. I didn't even summon him. So, now the movie is set up. These few people will square off against an unknown and unseen foe. An invisible monster. That's just good filmmaking. I hate it in movies when you see the monster. I much prefer to imagine the monster as I'd like to see him. A giant anthropomorphic hot dog. So, anyway, I'm now going to hand over the reins of this review to a more qualified tactical specialist. Who is he? He's the author of books so brilliant it's been giving Sun Tzu's Art of War a run for its money. That book? Fighting and Stuff by Major Lee Lame. So, here he is, Major Lee Lame. Hi, I'm Major Lee Lame, and I'm going to be talking you through the brilliant tactical maneuvers done by the characters in this movie. The battle starts as first blood is drawn by the monster, who rips apart one of the men as he is alone in the cave. And as you watch, you can see his brilliant defensive move of turning around and screaming. The whole fight-or-flight concept is bullshit. When you are being attacked by a foe, what you want to do is turn around in circles. Huh? Okay, he gets killed, but that's because he's a weak archaeologist. If he was a soldier like me, he would have triumphed. The others, hearing his screams, go to investigate and find his dead body. Not letting that hamper them, they proceed to try and evacuate the treasure. But then they hear their foe and flee, making their way back to their house, where they fortify their location by locking the windows and shutters. Remember, wood frames and glass are the most durable substances on Earth, so securing the windows will make your location impervious. So while the enemy is outside, they sit inside and talk for a while, then they go to sleep. And remember, if this ever happens to you, you do what they do. Do not, and I repeat, do not post sentries at night. Have everyone go to bed and get a good night's sleep. It's a common misconception amongst armies that you need to post sentries. There's simply no need. Nothing can harm people as they sleep. It is our natural state of indestructibleness. But they all end up waking up later that night to talk. They should be sleeping. Then they ask the maid to make them coffee, so she does, which means she has to go outside into the night and retrieve some water from the well. Now this is a great tactical maneuver on their part. It's always good to split the group up. You don't want to be caught fighting a monster with lots of people around. When fighting a monster, you want small groups, or single people. 7 people against a monster is not good. You do not want that. You want to have it be 1 or 2 people against a monster. And this tactic of theirs is made even better Because the person by themselves is a defenseless old lady. Remember, the best opponent against the monster is a defenseless old lady. Nothing can stop a defenseless old lady. What? How'd that happen? I don't get it. It can't be. Well, at least the others are staying true to their necessary battle tactics as they stand by and watch the maid get killed by the monster. Remember, never ever save your own troops. If they are being killed in front of you, just stand there and watch. This stuff's so not filling. So back into the house they go, shutting the door behind them. Remember, your enemy will only try one door, so if you block it, you're safe. What the? It's at the other door. This creature's tactics are beyond my grasp. I don't get it. What's going on here? Ah! Now the monster's attacking me! Spinning around in circles isn't doing anything! Why? Why? Well, thanks for being on the show today, Majorly Lame. I'll see you in hell. So basically the movie continues as they run around fighting the monster. They end up injuring the monster, and when they think it's gone, they drive off in their Jeep. But the monster ends up being on the Jeep, so as the monster starts to get into the Jeep, they get out of the Jeep. All except one man, who suicides himself to kill the monster. And having sat through the movie, I can understand why he'd jump at the chance to do that. So for him, and the people who survived the film, it's now the end. Seriously, 34 seconds of that. Why? Why?